Whoever this message is for, your life is about to change 5 to 10 minutes from the time that you see this message. You will literally be shifting as you are watching, as you are tuning in. You've been dealing with a lot of psychic, you know what's, and it's coming from every direction. So you are standing up like never before, and you refuse to go down without swinging. You are about to get physically, mentally, and spiritually scrappy. It's about to get a little crazy in here. Today is the day that your life changes. Your whole life is turning around. It's changing. It could have changed 5 minutes before you clicked on this video, or it will change 5 to 10 minutes into you watching this message. So you are praying for divine protection right now. You are definitely a chosen one or an earth angel. And this is going to be such an exciting time because hope is being restored and you are claiming your energy. You are calling back your power and nothing can stop you. Nothing is going to stand in your way. You're also about to switch up on everyone that thought they could clock what you do. You are starting to see that you have options. And just as you're looking at those options, you're praying, you're about to have the biggest purge of your life, the biggest reset. There are certain things that are going awry in your life, and you know where it's coming from. Maybe not directly, but you know that it is in the ethers, monitoring spirits, sending you the spirit of delay, procrastination, and anything else. It could be health ailments, health issues, issues with your home, issues with your car. Those things are being attacked. So you are having to stand on your spirituality, on your beliefs, 10 toes down. You are seeing like, okay, I'm going to purge this. I'm going to get rid of this because you have a new life that is starting 5 to 10 minutes from the time that you see this. You are going to pray to purge these attacks, these demonic entities, these monitoring spirits. You are going to pray like never before. Now, you could be praying for yourself. You could be praying for loved ones, whoever this is affecting in your life. You have a lot of eyes on you because your life is about to change and your luck is changing. You just went through a week or two, maybe longer, of feeling like you didn't have any clarity. You're dealing with psychic attacks, feeling like you were in a brain fog. And so you are spiritually fighting through something that's big. And you guys can tell me the who, the what, and the when in the comments. And I'm going to try to cover as much of it as I can. This is your confirmation that you are not crazy. This is your confirmation that your life is changing. Because you got strangers doing this, people that you've met 1-2 times doing this. You have it coming from every direction because you are getting ready to elevate in front of your ops. And you have a lot of them. So don't get it twisted, whoever this message is for. You will know if it is yours because you have ops everywhere. You are constantly elevating. You are constantly evolving. You do things that people don't want to do. You make changes that people don't want to change. And that has people looking at you crazy, like, who do you think you are? So you're definitely chosen. You are definitely an earth angel. You are most likely part of the 0.1%. And you are having to really stand up for you and yours at this time to protect and shield that with all of your might and all of your words and all of your prayers. You are about to spiritually purge something nasty, something fierce, something gross. But I know you guys can feel it. This is not an optical illusion. This is not hocus pocus. You just got a lot of people doing it all at once. So you might be getting the ick. You might be feeling anxiety. You might be feeling stomach issues. Wherever it's coming from, you know what's getting attacked and you know what that feels like. So you're going to pray to purge. You're going to pray to reset. You're going to pray to rebuke, cancel, and denounce and to send it wherever the hell it came from. You're going to pray that it finds its blessings elsewhere, or, you're going to send the fire of the Holy Ghost. However you be praying, that is what it is. That's what time it is, basically. Your table is being prepared. For a long time, your table has been being prepared in slow motion. And it almost felt like there were times where your table was being set and then it would stop. And you'd have to go through some ish, and then your table would start getting set again. Your feast is now unfolding. And as that's taking place, you will feel it because of everything that wants to get in your way to distract you. So number one, refuse to settle. Refuse to let anyone push you in a direction that makes you feel weird, that makes you feel uncomfortable. Ain't nobody got time for that. That is one of the biggest lessons you are learning right now is, if I don't feel comfortable going over here, going over there, doing that for this or for whoever, I'm not doing it. You are refusing to do what makes you uncomfortable because others expect that of you. You're not letting anyone take control of this chariot. This is your ride. This is your whip. This is your situation. This is your timeline. 5 to 10 minutes from the time that you see this message, it's going to start clicking and it's going to start unfolding because you're going to start purging. You are not going to let the ops, devil energy, take this moment away from you. Whether you've been working towards a promotion, okay? Devil energy is going to come at us hard every time we are about to get it officially up out of the mud. So if you were going to get a promotion, if you were going to buy that house, if you were going to buy a new car, if you were just getting your whole life together, it feels like extreme makeover. And so you've been maybe sad, going through depression, dark night of the soul, Saturn return. You are part of the small few that are going to have the most spectacular time despite this transit. Now, if you were watching this to date, there's 3 or 4 planets going retrograde. Does that sound like a good time? You could also be a Leo rising, so you expect to assume the position, but you are going to make everybody else assume the position because all you've been doing is reflecting and praying and reflecting and meditating and contemplating and wondering, what the frick am I supposed to do next? You now see people for who they are and what signs and red flags you missed. You are listening to the signs, you are following it, and anything that makes you comfortable, that is what you are moving towards. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, you are sticking your middle fingers up and they are going to stay there. You are on a buddy system right now. Whether your buddy is your higher power, your higher self, your inner child, an actual person, you are going to have the buddy system until this timeline feels more sturdy, secure, and safe. Whether that is your promotion, this new home, you are galactically getting it together. So you might have a buddy system with the divine, Holy Spirit, and your person. Maybe your little dog too. Because you're not going anywhere and you're not doing anything without them by your side. If you believe in God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, you're like, I want that all up in my home. That is my sanctuary. That is where I reside. And that is where I feel safe. And I am going to pray against everyone and anything that is sending ish my way. Today is the day that you call back your power. Today is the day that you reclaim it. Because too many people are tugging on it and side-eyeing you and thinking like, who the frick are you? You're getting a lot of that energy. People are like, oh my gosh, what do you need? Oh my gosh, you're so high maintenance. Oh my gosh, what? Like they're too busy to listen. They can't be bothered to do anything to help you out. Read the first sign correctly and take a walk. Okay? You don't deserve anything less. And that is the road that you are traveling on right now. You are also going to be able to read people's perceptions of you, their impressions of you, whether they're looking at you like you're an exotic dancer, like you're on OnlyFriends, like you are lower than them. That's not the case. We have negative energy, devil energy, because your life is getting ready to shift. You actually have a lot of good luck coming in and protection, but you are needing to, this is like a category 5, I don't know, hurricane. It's like a category 5 purge. You could have a sinus infection, cold, stomach ache, chest pain, cough, whatever it is. If you're nauseous, you are getting ready to purge something sicko disgusto, because this timeline has always been destined to be yours. God is trying to protect those that are anointed, and the devil is trying to snatch anything that is supposed to be yours within this year. Now remember, these messages are timeless, but the energy that's coming towards you wants to cause divorce, breakup, disagreement, disharmony, is cynical, low energy, possessive, and real bored. Burned out, exhausted, overstressed, causing confusion, miscommunication, destruction, and poor judgment. This has been like a dark cloud over your head of poor judgment when you are normally the seer. This has been causing a dark cloud of people canceling plans on you, ghosting you, separating from you, really making you doubt yourself. People having this cynical, weird energy or trying to dictate what you do, trying to oppress you. It has been brutal. You are savage in every sense of the word, but whatever you've been enduring has been brutal, and we are not even going to sit here and pretend. We're just not. You're on a spiritual training ground. You came down here to this spiritual training ground to be the baddest. To not only do that, but enlighten others. And you think the devil is just going to let you walk on by. I'll wait. How you're going to know some of these people you should not be dealing with, you should not be talking to, and you should be praying and protecting yourself against. Their ideas and ways of doing things are outdated. They think that they know everything, that there's no room to learn. They're very stubborn. Okay, this person could be younger than you but acts like they're older. They resist change, and they are very close-minded. You guys will also see another sign of people subtly expressing just jealousy towards your goals. Something like, let's say you wanted to paint something, and there's someone like, how are you going to do that? Oh, there's no pastels. They're sold out. You know, like, let's say pastels and something else is sold out. They're like, how are you going to paint that then? People subtly expressing, how are you going to obtain that? I would like to obtain that. How are you going to do it? So many things have been camouflaged to you for a reason, to get you to change, to evolve at a faster rate, and to see what you're truly worthy of. You are no longer refusing to accept the fact that these are psychic attacks. Okay, some of your favorite influencers, especially in the spiritual community, are always dealing with psychic attacks. People that are not in the spiritual community, that are in the religious community, they are always dealing with attacks. Spiritual. You feel me? So what you are doing right now is not acting like you're above it. And it's good that it would be good as a viewer. Let's say you're not an influencer in the spiritual community. It would be good to pray for your favorite influencers. Pray for the protection of your favorite content creators, because even regular schmegular content creators that are doing comedy, podcasts, whatever, what have you, they be going through it. They might not know what it is, but they be going through it. And that is because they are trying to elevate and they are trying to help the collective or, the public in some way. So if you thought, oh, I don't really be dealing with that anymore, you know better now, because this is that big what is coming in for you. So again, something that you can do for your favorite creators, me included, because if you even knew what we had to do behind the scenes to get this content up, if you even knew. But at the same time, we try not to give what is going on too much light to the viewer. Does that make sense? We're not trying to fearmonger and be like crazy about it. But at the same time, it's happening. It is happening. And we are having to stay prayed up and strapped in every sense of the word. We are raising an army of the 0.1. We are raising an army of the anointed, the chosen, the earth angels, whatever you represent. Okay, a lot of us are underdogs, black sheep, or the family scapegoat. But we need to be praying for one another. And I feel like the last time we did a group or mass prayer on my channel, it was for the man-made Milton going across Florida. Okay, and I feel like that ish worked because it was supposed to be categorically way worse. And there was like 20,000 of us praying. That can shift a lot. So I put it on your heart for us to pray for one another and for us to get through this safely, because your favorite content creators, whether they're spiritual or not, they will only be slowed down as they are dealing with this. And it really helps when we are wrapped in a warm blanket of prayer from people that care about us. Okay? To rebuke and cancel that many of the others that are trying to pray against what we do to help the collective. So I really want you to keep that in mind. No matter who it is that you're watching, that you pray for them, you pray for their safety, you pray for their protection, so they can continue to do what they do, because you most of the time will have no idea what they're battling behind the scenes to even get that content up. The distractions, the craziness, the sickness, the illness, the health issues, the family issues, the relationship issues that they deal with to present what they present, to publish what they publish for, again, the public and the collective. And then I want to also thank you guys for the prayers and the protection that you send my way. I'm forever grateful. And I see those comments and I appreciate you guys. You are battling right now people that are being brutal for no reason. Okay, brutal for no reason. So this is a whole, like, you almost rather deal with a whole enemy that you know than a whole enemy that you don't know, because this is like the devil that you don't know. You guys are dealing with people that are bringing in false positivity. You're clocking it. Okay, you just came out of a dictatorship. You just came out of disharmony, a breakup, a friendship breakup, a relationship breakup, a divorce. And you were feeling really negative. You could have been feeling like things were spiraling out of control. You could have been doom scrolling. You could have been feeling defeated or like you're failing. You're going to be moving around. So one thing that I've learned from the spirit of delay, the spirit of procrastination, is getting up and moving. Okay? Getting up and moving, jumping around, because this spirit wants to reside in you and make you stuck, stagnant, and, not moving. So things were not as they seemed, but now you're seeing it clearly. I want you to affirm it below. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. So there was a temporary block. This temporary block, I want you guys to let me know in the comments how long you dealt with this temporary block. Was it 1 month? Was it 2 months? Was it 1 year? Those were the things that I was channeling off of the top of my head. 1 to 6 months, maybe a year of feeling really blocked. Like it was like you were trying to move through mud. Like you were getting things done. They weren't to the best degree of what you would expect. You could have been feeling like you were moving through quicksand. Like you would get up and then you would fall right back down. You were like, what is going on? So dealing with constant setbacks. You are now coming out of this darkness, and many people want to upstage you right as you're coming out of this darkness. So keep purging. Normally I don't say this on my channel, but we are praying to purge right now. We are praying to purge what people want residing in us, what spirits want residing in us. We are praying to purge and release that. You are one of a kind, and you are about to have a whole new type of camouflage. Your life is changing before your very eyes. You are going to get good news today. You are going to get spiritual relief today. I want you to claim it in the comments. I am getting spiritual relief today. I am getting spiritual relief right now. I claim this message. This reminds me of Hunger Games, where those little aircraft packages come in. You've been having these little aircraft packages come in, but they have been poison, toxic people, challenge after setback. Now you are seeing the clouds part, and there's nice presents coming in that are dropping on your lap, signs and synchronicities that you've been praying for and that you've needed. You realize, oh my gosh, all of this, that's this ick inside of me, I've got to purge it. I got to get it out of me. I need to pray against it. So you are moving swiftly. You're praying swiftly. Like everything is like kind of like a kata or a form. It's reminding me of like jiu-jitsu, or Brazilian jiu-jitsu. There's like a figure eight to it, what you're doing. So you are figuring out a new figure eight of direct action, of direct prayer to counteract what is being sent your way. The good news that you have coming in today is that you will be the empress that everyone has been trying to stop. This is like knowing exactly what you want and everyone telling you you ain't never gonna have that. You ain't never gonna be that. So maybe you started giving up hope because so many people got in your way and sabotaged that. Well, guess what? You are about to switch up on everyone. You're going to be doing things different. You're even going to fool the devil. Riddle me what? You're even going to have the devil wondering, what? Where'd they go? What are they doing? You are entering a new timeline. You have a new life that is starting today, where you are more hopeful as you get the rest of this ick out. Your willpower is shifting. You are changing the plan. You are tweaking the plan. And no one is going to be able to suspect what you are going to do next. You are the ultimate plot twist. Affirm it below. I am the ultimate plot twist. Period. So you are getting an opportunity today. Okay? Good news that you have coming in is that you have an opportunity. You're going to be getting good news with your finances, that something that you were worried about is getting better, or that you have not a little bit, you got some money coming in. Okay, some of you guys either have some money coming in or something's being refunded to you. We also have memories. You guys could be looking back to a timeline of where you first started something, where you first started in your spiritual awakening, or you first started like this whole change in your life. Let's say you started a social media business. You're looking at the beginning of that timeline. Let's say you got married. You're looking at the beginning of that timeline. Let's say you have children. You're looking at the beginning of that, and you're seeing what you really liked about that, and you're going to bring it into this timeline. You are switching up on everybody, and you are safe to do so. You are going to be brought such a good sign. It's like one or two of these good signs is going to change everything, and it's going to shift your luck, and it's going to shift your perspective that, dang, I am protected. Dang, I am safe. I need to keep on keeping on with my prayers. Okay? I need to keep on keeping on with my affirmations. You guys are being brought a person that is like-minded. Now, I don't know if it's going to be your whole soul tribe, but you are being brought a person that is also spiritual, that is searching for the meaning in life, discovering the magic around them, and they are into manifestation in the spiritual realm. So this is perfect for you because you guys have been dealing with people that everything that they do is outdated. They're not willing to learn. They're not open-minded. They don't research anything. They just keep doing the step and repeat. So you guys are moving away from trauma. Better days are coming. You are receiving spiritual relief today. There is an inheritance coming in. You are going to start, what would the word be? You're going to start bringing in some family traditions or creating new family traditions. I see you guys really being around your house, your home, your family. I'm seeing you guys get excited about manifesting again because whoever you're being brought is also a magical being. They like researching things. They're open-minded. They can see your vision. They don't see things as hard. You were dealing with people before. They're like, I can't do that. That's too hard. Oh my gosh, you want me to paint what? You want me to read what? Like, who does that? So you guys always had people looking at you like you were weird. I'm seeing that if this message is for you, you learn things at a rapid rate because you're trying to help people or you're trying to stop certain things from happening. I'm seeing that you guys can read really fast, you research really fast because you've always had to go through the school of hard knocks. You've always had to learn things the hard way. So you really try to shield your loved ones and your children from having to do this, having to go the same route. Now, we can't get in the way of their destiny. If they're supposed to F around and find out, they're going to F around and find out. But we are really trying to help people that we love and care about from being cynical or low energy or negative about, what's going on. But yeah, you guys are being brought a whole baddie to help you be a baddie. You had maybe 4, or it's like kissing frogs. You just had to kiss like 80 frogs, like no-ish. Not even trying to be funny. Let me know how many frogs you had to kiss to get where you're at today. Because the good news is on the way. Or you already got it 5 minutes before you even clicked on this message. You just wanted some sprinkle extra confirmation. But I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I want to know how many licks. Okay, how many licks did it take? How many frogs did you have to kiss to get this good news? To get this good person? It could be the love of your life. It could be a new friend. It could be a new coworker. It could be a new job, a new endeavor. Like, you are embarking on this new life today. And most of all, you are receiving a message of hope. You are getting confirmation that hope is on the way, that it's not lost. Yeah, you kissed a ton of frogs to get here. You thought they were the one. But guess what, bestie? No one moved through them faster than you. Let's say before your spiritual awakening, it would have taken you forever. You would have given them a decade or 1 or 5. You would have given them a year or 5, a decade or 2. You might have. Don't be feeling bad about that. We all have been there. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the trauma to prove it. But as we are moving through this CPTSD and this PTSD, we are not the one to play with. You are purging like never before. You are seeing, that is a wound I do need to fix. And I love that even though you're tired, even though you're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right, you are still getting up and rising to the challenge that you're gonna make it happen. So before your spiritual awakening, you would have been moving like at the pace of a snail. But now, look at how fast you move, how fast you juke, you jive. Stay on that same mindset of swift movement. Because there are arrows being pointed in your direction. So your free will, so not only are you getting a message of hope, but your free will, like feeling like, oh yeah, I need to call back my energy. I got free will. Why was I doing what they told me to do? I don't know. Maybe we thought we needed to leave certain things up to the experts. You might be tuning some of the experts out because, again, God lets you learn things or helps you learn things at a rapid rate so you can help the masses. That's what you do as someone chosen, as a born leader, as a trainer, a coach, a spiritual teacher, a motivator. You learn things at a rapid rate. That's why you guys went through this awakening, so you could find your divine purpose. This is another reason why there's so many arrows pointed at you. You are genuinely happy. You genuinely take care of yourself. You are genuinely in love with your life. Or you have your purpose and it fulfills you. And so people are salty about that, or they're trying to replicate what you do, whether it's in the workplace at your 9 to 5. You have a special way of teaching people, of helping people, of leading them. So I feel like you're going to be asking, or you are going to be asked for things that maybe you're not interested in, but you'll be honored or flattered. Like you could be asked to give a seminar, to train, to mentor, and you're like, oh, I'd love to do that. I don't have time to do that, but I would love to do that. I'm seeing that hope is being restored in your life. Hope and fortune. We can't forget, as your spiritual accountant, we cannot forget the fortune. Someone here is going to become a parent. You're just going to be feeling so abundant. This is like the last push. Okay? Imagine it was childbirth. You've been pushing and they're like, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. You're pushing, you're screaming, you're grunting, you're like, freaking out. This is the last push. This is the last purge. Not the last purge like forever, but this is one of the biggest purges you have ever gone through. Because maybe before, you didn't know what to call it. You're like, I got anxiety, I don't know what's happening, I'm just going to pray, I don't know what to do. Now you know what the frick it is. So you're going to make it assume the position. I can't. Okay? So you are about to have a ginormous breakthrough. You have new love coming in and justice. Okay? Things are being violently upheavaled for these spiritual things coming your way. Okay? The truth is coming out, and everyone's going to be seeing you like, dang, I wish I didn't talk to them crazy. I wish I never said that to them. Okay? You are really tuning into spirit right now and the life that you want. You're like, you know what? From now on, I want to make sure I have more prayer, more meditation. You just, again, the buddy system, you want to make sure that you are divinely protected and connected at all times, connected at the hip. Whether it's your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, or an actual person. And you are learning how to release things that do not serve you anymore. There was something that you wanted to do that kept getting messed up. And whether it was the licks or the frogs that you were kissing, you're like, it's not working. And I want to kind of tweak this a little bit. So what can I do? You were seeing what you were holding on way too tightly to, an idea, an opportunity, or what you thought was an opportunity, a relationship, and you're like, you know what, I gotta let go. So the first thing that you did was you started releasing, like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. It's not for me. I'm not gonna cry and beg and grovel for them or it to stay in my life. Second, you stopped seeking other people's approval. You're like, these people really want me out here doing bad or not doing great. So you are setting your own expectations, but I don't see you like dissecting the expectations. You're like, if I feel good about this idea and I don't feel anxious and I don't feel nervous and I don't feel like it's just a bad idea, I'm not going to go towards it if it makes me feel ugh. But if I am excited and I feel safe, like this is everything that you are about right now, is my life is changing and it's changing right now. I claim this energy. I call back my energy from anywhere it does not belong. I release any energy that is not mine. So you're calling back your energy cleansed and free of negativity. But at the same time, you're just excited. You're like, okay, if I feel good and I feel safe, it's for me. God, the divine, the universe will show me if I'm not supposed to do that, if I'm not supposed to say that, if I'm not supposed to be there, I will know. I will get a sign. And your signs are coming in like big spotlights almost. Like, this is your sign that like you are a superstar. Okay? Your life is changing right now because you are galactically a superstar. And you always knew that you were going to be one. You didn't know how you were going to do that maybe necessarily, but you were always meant to be a superstar. So think about all the strangers that are like, oh my gosh, who the frick do they think they are? And they think I'm going to help them. Do they think I'm going to help them? I see you guys also flying under the radar. You're not really telling people what you're up to or what you're doing. And I do see that there are several things that you're going to be walking away from because hope has been restored. You're like, you know what? I don't know why I was clinging on to that. I don't know why I was holding on to them. I don't know why I thought it was what I deserved. And now you're seeing that it's kind of beneath you and it's going to continuously bring chaos into your life. So you're ready to renovate. You are ready to redecorate. So I feel like devil energy is definitely trying to tempt you with some sour offers, like do not accept, do not accept, okay? Do not accept these offers. They will come with a high price. It will seem like a shortcut. We ain't doing shortcuts right now. We are following the divine's order, the divine's plan, our cosmic blueprint. So yeah, I'm getting, how is that for happily ever after? Your breakthrough is here. I'm just hearing like, how do you like me now? Okay, everything sucked. You got sucked in to some negativity so you could evolve, so you could change. And now you're like, how do you like me now? Okay, comment below, how do you like me now? Because I'm writing this book now. It's almost like you had some ghostwriters trying to come in and be like, this is how the story should go. You're like, this is my story. This is my timeline. Who are you? Who are you though? You are going to be about your business. You are on that CEO energy. So you guys could be walking away from something that you never thought you could walk away from because you're fearless right now. You have this new attitude of being fearless. I'm seeing this card that normally should read plastic, BBL, false character, plastic surgery. I'm not reading it that way. How I'm intuitively picking up on it is people might think that you're plastic and that they can misjudge you or that the things that you want are foolish because of the way that you take care of yourself. But it reminds me of, what's her name? James. It reminds me of Jane Mansfield. Okay. She looked a lot like Marilyn Monroe. That was one of her idols. But she put on that blonde persona. She presented that to get her foot in the door. You guys have a similar thing, that you like people to underestimate you and you let your beauty get you in the door, and then you start assessing and reading the situation correctly. You want to be taken seriously as well. So I'm seeing this plasticness as a shield. You have a shield around you and people are like, oh my gosh, they're this and that. And like, none of these things can affect you right now. You see them for the haters that they are. You see them for the foolish, whatever. They're on a fool's errand messing with you. Okay? They think, oh my gosh, they're going to be so busy brushing their hair. Like, it's about to get crazy. I see that you guys are going to be really pampering yourself and being more thoughtful towards yourselves. That's new. I've never channeled that before. I'm seeing that you are being more thoughtful in how you take care of yourself. Not leaving any stone unturned with what you think your body, mind, or soul needs, because it is time for healing and not fighting. It is time for things to move smoothly. You're going to get news today of someone that wants to take a chance on you, and you're going to get a really good feeling about it. So I know that you're going to move towards them. That could be that person that I was talking about. They could be can't talk. Mercury is on the way. They could be very influential, famous on social media. They could have online fame. They could be very popular on the internet. I'm just seeing that they're very evolved. They have an open mind. They're just like you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for somebody to come in that isn't reckless AF, that isn't a whole hater, that dreams big. These dreams are being activated. Now, you could have watched my last message where you could have had, a nightmare or like a warning of not to do something. Like you read that dream or nightmare correctly. So let's say it was about a car accident and you're wanting to get something done, but you're going to have to go further than you would like. And it's not really your idea for you to go that far. It's somebody else's idea. That's the ding, ding, ding. Okay, I just had that dream and they're asking me to go over here and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Not to say that you're scared. You're just reading the signs correctly. Okay. There's a sudden upheaval of there's a sudden upheaval of a timeline that is no longer yours. The people that you used to deal with. And now I feel like there's another thing coming up. So it's going to be a family or a job. I got this in another message for you guys. Is a job or a family that you're like, you know what? I think we're done here. They always leave you feeling like a hot mess. Who is that? Let me know in the comments. They always leave you feeling like a hot mess, like you're the problematic one. You're really going to start seeing this loud and clear because maybe you thought you could hold off, but you're seeing that you probably can't hold off any longer because it's becoming more and more problematic while they're saying that you're the problematic one because they really want you to do a whole bunch of stuff for them that you just can't do. You just can't do. You're like, they're not being realistic. I have other things going on. So yeah, if every time you go near this environment, every time you go near these people, you leave feeling distraught, tired, exhausted. Yeah, you get double the trouble every time you deal with these people or this environment. You're officially like, okay, I gotta ish or get off the pot. I can't really sit on this any longer. I've got to do what I gotta do. Let's see, we have we're all stardust. People love how humble you are. So even though you could be dressed to the nines, you look like a celebrity because you are a galactic superstar, people see like, oh my gosh, they're so thoughtful. They're not stuck up. They're not catty. They're not a mean girl. They're not a mean boy. So you're really going to be showing people who you are, and there's going to be an army or an entourage of other people behind you that are like, embody the same thing. I like that. So you guys do have somebody that's obsessed with you, that was karmic in your life, that made you feel like the third wheel, and they tried to cause interference. This person is still keeping tabs on you. This person is still trying to keep an eye on you. They're still trying to keep tabs on you because they're praying for you to go in reverse, okay? I feel like your chariot is being upgraded. You maybe had a donut on there. This whole timeline of things going awry. This dark cloud over your head. And now that donut is finally being taken off. So you can go back on the freeway again. You feel me? You can go back on the freeway because now you got new tires, you got new rims, and you are unstoppable. Affirm it below. I am unstoppable. New me, who dis? New number, who dis? Disconnected the line. Leave a message at the never. Yeah. You guys got some people in their feelings. They are aggressive. Aggressively attacking you because maybe back when, back in the Wayback Machine, you would over-explain or expound or try to convince. You're not doing that anymore. You're like, oh, they don't like me? Cool. People don't expect you to just walk away like that. They don't expect you to just walk away when they're like, I really don't like you, or I don't want to do this for you, or I don't want to do that, and they expect you to, wait, why? You're like, roger that. I'm out. Okay, we're not cool? Cool. Why am I going to beg you? Why am I going to beg you? So people are really talking about this. Well, I was talking ish about them in this group chat, and I know they saw it, but they didn't even respond. For what? To have more energy sapped? I'm good. I'm good. So people are really testing it. Someone here could have a cold or a sinus infection. Somebody here has early signs of pregnancy. That's not for everybody, but that's for someone. There are people spreading some slanderous things about you. I feel like you're aware of this, but maybe you weren't sure. They're acting like a whole ashtray. They're getting a lot of karma. So it is important, it is imperative that you step back and let them deal with the manure, the mess that they made. Because nice us, empath us, is like, oh my gosh, are you stuck in the manure? Let me help you. No. You let them sort that out. They're going to try to con, bait, scam. They're going to try to pull or reel you in to say, oh my gosh, but I needed your help. Do not let this clown finesse you. Do not let this clown finesse you. They want to get something in a slick way, like they're smoothing things out. I just got to make things better, and I got to make things fair, and to make it fair, I got to involve you. And you're like, not today, Satan. Not today, clown. Don't let this person try to cause confusion, butter you up, persuade, breadcrumb, charm you. Absolutely not. This is somebody that you already know that you don't really be messing with like that, but they're trying to guilt or goad you into doing something for them. I'm seeing that you guys are going to be leaving. something that has not been easy for you to leave. Let me be so clear. This is not something that has been easy for you to walk away from. There is sentimental value. There is some sentiment there, where you've been with these people a long time, been with this person a long time, been with this job a long time, and you're like, I'm sad to walk away, but I'm seeing that you are protected because your new life is starting. So you really don't need it anymore. So it's really exciting that you're going through the spiritual awakening and you have this spark of curiosity and you're like, okay, I've been putting that on the back burner. I've been saving it for a rainy day, like, oh, I'll walk away from that job when I have time. And you're going to see that you really are going to land on your feet. Because maybe you feel like you won't. Like, oh my gosh, if I leave, what's going to happen? Something bad can happen. We have the library. Spirit is saying, basically, you know way too much to ever be broke like that. To ever be down for too long. You are destined to live a life of great ease, luxury, smooth sailing. You might be meeting somebody that has a life like this. This might kind of shock you. Because you dream of having a life like that where, you're sailing, you're on a yacht, you're eating a charcuterie, you're just enjoying life, just free, not having to worry so much. You're going to meet somebody that lives this life. Yeah, that's going to show you were on that timeline. You think you're not. You're out here thinking like, oh, it's not going to be me. I'm going to have to wait to get that car, to ever go on a trip like that. I'm going to have to, no. Justice is here and you are being brought. One or two people, one person is already on this timeline. One person doesn't look like they're on this timeline, but they are. So one person could be extremely artistic and another person could be like extremely bougie. So one person could be like crunchy, okay, just to like try to describe it. One person can seem more spiritual and like crunchy, and the other person could seem real bougie and like, either way, they're both going to be like your friends, okay? You have friends coming in. Or maybe these are new coworkers, people that you're going to be working with. Justice is here. Justice is here. You are not expecting this. Ooh, we got within a few days. Within a few days, these relationships are going to shift, at least one of them. So let's say you got two people coming in, one of the relationships, it's going to start blossoming into something. You could be meeting these people on social media or on the internet. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You could be meeting these people on social media or on the internet. 7, the number 7 is going to be important to you at the beginning of this new timeline, this new life. Maybe before you were seeing a lot of 5s and a lot of 8s. Now I feel like you're going to see a lot of 1s, like 1111, 111, 777. But before you could have been seeing 818 or 555. Okay, anything else coming in? We have the mother load. The mother load. You have extravagant accomplishments, a jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, sudden wealth. This reminds me of a show I watched the other day. It's called The Gilded Age. And this kid that's like a footman in this great house, he's a clock inventor. And one of the children from the great house, another great house across the street, he's like the son of the people that own that house. So the son of these people and the footman in the other house, they become friends. And he's like, I'm going to help you get your clock like on the market. And so we can show it to other, entrepreneurs or people in business. And he's like, okay. And so finally they get a bite and somebody wants to buy this clock. And he's thinking like, okay, they want to buy it. No, they want to buy the patent. And so they start spitting out numbers, and the friend that's helping him, that comes for money, even though he's new money, he still comes for money, is like, oh, you wanted to give us 3 for this? We were thinking like 5 or 6. And so the kid is like, the footman is like, I don't know what's 3 or 5 or even 6? Like, are they talking about $600 or $500? Like, I'm sure that's what he thought they were talking about, like 5 or 6. And they were talking about $600,000. He's like, oh, we're not taking less than 5. And he's like, maybe not less than 6. So the footman's like, oh my gosh, like, why would I even sell my patent? Let me turn this timer off. Hold on.
2,000 years
So they go
later.
to leave, and he's just like, oh my gosh, like, how much should we just even sell that for? Because he invented it, the footman. This humble kid who works with the maids and the housekeepers and whatnot is like, why would we sell it? Like, he's like, bruh, we just sold this for $600,000. Now, in 1890, you know how much money $600,000 was? Like, that's like 10 million bucks back then. I had to look it up because I'm nosy like that. I need to know. But it was like $10 million. And they were going to split that. That was so much. That's like life changing. Like, he was never even going to have to work again if he didn't want to. He does want to work, but he didn't have to. Riddle me what? Okay, that is the type of, like, I don't even remember where I was going with that. But yeah, you just have people coming in that are going to make your life like that much more lucky. You're going to meet somebody that's a little bit bougie, sprinkle, sprinkle. And you're going to meet somebody that's like a little bit more, you know, like hippie-like, unconventional, bohemian. I don't know how to explain it. But you're just going to know, okay? You're going to know if that part's for you. You are about to hit the mother lode. This is going to be very unexpected. Like, oh, that one thing I invented a long time ago, now that's important. Or that one video I made a long time ago, now that's important. Or that one thing that I created and I wasn't sure about, now it's important. You better brace yourself. You better brace yourself, bestie. It's a-changing. Times are changing. We have serendipity. Your patience is going to pay off. You are manifesting wealth. Riddle me what? You are manifesting wealth. Let me see what other tarot I get for you guys before I get up out of here. Feeble-minded, scared to fight. What you're going to see the most of is these people that attempted to push you around or pray from wherever. They're feeble-minded. And as soon as you stand up, they're going to show their lack of courage, that they're scared to fight. They're not like you. They can only fight in numbers. You guys be fighting by yourself all the time and praying. And these people, they have to fight in numbers to come up against you. So you're done managing tasks for other people. And somebody might romantically like ask you on a date, ask you to like hang out. Not romantically ask you to hang out, but just listen to your heart. You are extremely sensitive right now. Your gifts are amplified. Just follow your heart. Listen. Just listen to what feels good for you. Okay, because there's a bunch of people that wanted to cause all of this drama. And I just see you really not having it. Really playing things close to the chest, being silent, moving in silence, only talking to like a few select people. I don't see you guys talking to like hardly nobody. Yeah, we have the library. And that's the second time I got the library. So the library is very important. Maybe you're going to be reading a lot more in this timeline. That ties back to how you take care of yourself. You're really going to be taking care of yourself in a different way. Like, you know what? I want to read more like I used to. Or I want to research this more. So the library, reading, audiobooks. You're just taking control of your own narrative. You're like, I know what I'm talking about. And people that doubt you or second guess you, they're going to be shown. Okay? You are going to be vindicated like never before. Somebody could be getting married or proposed to that this year, because I also got that twice. So in the in the love aspect, somebody could be wanting to get cuffed. This is going to be a cuffing season. Somebody could be thinking about proposing. We also got pregnancy. There are just more resources. The resources that were not available to you yesterday are changing. It's here today. So I'm excited. You guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. Drop your favorite affirmation. Smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. You don't want to miss out. Are you crazy? I'm your bestie on the internet. I'm your favorite YouTuber. You don't want to miss out. All affiliate links are in the description box if you are looking for stuff that I use on the channel and stuff that I use, you know, just in everyday life. Patreon link is down below. It is only $11.11 to join, and there are over 200 messages on there ad-free, so you can kind of Netflix and watch all of those messages. It's a lot of fun. And I think that's it. I love you guys so much. I look forward to reading your affirmations. If you made it all the way to the end of this message, I want you to drop the money bags down below, okay? Money bags, money bags, money bags, because your life is changing today. Today, okay? I'll see you guys in the comments. Bye, guys. Love you.